Hey everybody, I am Jared Clark with Air Guns of Arizona. I'm here today with the very cool Daystate Delta Wolf. What we're gonna do very quickly is touch on what I believe makes this gun very unique and unlike any other gun, and that's the functionality, how the computer works with the gun. We have a very in-depth video that we've done explaining every single option you have through the computer, and if you are interested in finding more about that, I would recommend you watch that video. But what I'm gonna do is touch on both forms of fire here very quickly, show you how it works, and we'll just get a good idea of how this gun operates and the basic functionality at 20 yards. So what we're gonna start with, right now I have the gun, just fell asleep on me, so I'm gonna turn it on. We're gonna put it in safe, and I'm gonna hold the trigger for 4 seconds, and that little lock screen's gonna go away. That's how we get into the system. So we're gonna slide once to the left, and this is factory shot settings. So this is where we're gonna start. This is one of the 2 modes of fire you have. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell it what gun I'm using. I'm using a 22 caliber. We're using the shorter 17-inch barrel. Here's where you choose which pellets you want. I'm gonna be shooting the 18.1 grain JSBs. And right now I tell it how fast I want that to go. So all you have to do is tell this gun what pellet you're using and the desired speed. So a good starting point is about 900 with the 18s. So we'll do 900. The last thing to save your settings, you hit this blue square right here, and now everything is saved. It can say 22 caliber, 18.13, 17-inch barrel, desired speed is 900 feet per second, and the bottom thing there, it says 135 bar. That's the recommended pressure for your regulator, and up here you can see I'm sitting right at 135 bar. So now we're all set up for factory mode. The gun is actually gonna adjust after every shot slightly to try and hit that desired 900 feet per second. So let's see here. Oh, always forget that safety. 902. 907. So right now you can see we're shooting those right around 900. It's just hovering there. So that's really cool because I just told it the weight of the pellet, the length of the barrel, and the velocity I wanted. And in 3 shots, they were all right there at 900. So just to give you an idea of how it works, let's say I have to go shoot outdoors in my backyard and I don't quite need 900 feet per second. I don't need that much velocity. So right now, I'm gonna put the gun in safe with the bolt open, hold for 4 seconds, it unlocks. This time I'm gonna swipe once to the right, and I just have a quick adjuster right here. So 900 was great for accuracy, but I just got some birds in the backyard that I wanna take care of without disrupting the neighbors. Let's go down to 800, because that's all I'm gonna need is 800 feet per second. Quick count it, you look right there and the speed says 800. Now we'll put it in fire, close the bolt. 733. 798. So within about 3 shots, 788. Now it's just hovering right above my desired velocity there. It's 802. So I just jumped 100 feet per second without turning 1 wrench, without taking apart anything internally on the gun, with just simply unlocking it and sliding my finger over. So in factory mode, this makes this gun incredibly unique. You tell it your pellet, you tell it your velocity, give it 3 or 4 shots, and all the tuning is done. So there is no other gun on the market that can operate like this, because I will my speed to the gun, and then the gun wills me the results in front of me, again, without having to do anything mechanically speaking to the gun. It's all done with the computer. It's all done almost like a smartphone or a smart gun. It's incredibly intelligent in what it's doing and making adjustments each shot. So just to show you, so my full spread here is 750 is the lowest, 950 is the highest. So with those 18 ones, so right now we were just doing 800, 670, 756, and my goal was 750. So you can see there, I just changed the velocity 3 times in a matter of about a minute and a half. We've been sitting here talking about it, and the gun within 3 or 4 shots gets me right to my target desired velocity. So factory shot setting is one of the coolest things out there right now in pre-charged guns, in my opinion. It's definitely the most unique. And if you're someone who likes trying different velocities with different projectiles, but you don't like taking apart your gun and the risks that come with making changes, This gun does it all in factory mode. It does it all with the computer, and it takes all of the turns and twists and adjustments you would need to make normally completely out of the question. So factory mode, unlike anything else out there, it's a really cool feature of this gun. And like I said, that's one of 2 shooting modes you have. So right now we're gonna take a look at that second shooting mode. So I'm gonna put the gun in safe. I'm gonna open the bolt, 4 seconds on the trigger and my lock goes away. So I'm gonna slide twice. So there's factory. This next one here is advanced shot settings. So this one, it's gonna ask you some different things. The first thing you see is a new set or a recall set. The gun comes preloaded with what they call sets, which are groups of 3 parameters packaged together to deliver you results on the gun. So you have the dwell time, which is how long the hammer stays on the valve. You have the voltage, which is how hard the hammer hits the valve. And then you have the regulator pressure, and that'll dictate how much pressure is behind each shot. So those 3 parameters, you can put together what's called a set. So these sets or tunes, whatever you want to think of them as, are going to be fixed. The gun is going to use those same 3 things every single time to produce results. So unlike the factory shot setting, it's not going to be micro adjusting after every shot. It's going to stay fixed. So what I'll do, I'll just put together a set so you see the whole thing. So this is our hammer dwell. So it's adjustable between 1500, and this one is incredibly, there's a huge amount of adjustment on this one. So let's see how far it goes. Okay. Between 1500 and 3900. That is a lot of numbers to choose from. So you have almost an infinite set there when you talk about that being one of 3 parameters. You have so many options in the world of sets here. So just for fun, we're gonna pick a number. I don't think I need to be too high since I'm using the short barrel, but just for fun, I'll pick, let's say 2900. So I'm gonna go down to 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 2900, hit the blue square. Next is the volts. We talked about that's how hard the hammer is gonna be thrown into the valve there. So let's call it, and this one goes between 51 and I believe 80, but let's just double check me. Oh, 88. So we'll call it 85. And these are adjustable in half increments. So 85.5, 86. So let's call it 85. And then the last parameter is the reg pressure. So right now, if I wanted it to go up, if you look at that blue box, as I turn that, it increases with me. So right now, you can set your reg to whatever you want, where you have it where you want it, press the blue button, and then save your settings. So this is where you name it. I'm just gonna call this one none since that's what's there already, and I'm gonna push on it. All right, so I just created a new set. Now if I wanna use that, I go advanced shot setting, and now I go recall set. And there is the set we just made called none. So I click on that, and you'll notice right now it says active set none. So where my factory numbers were, it's been replaced with this set, which is none, and those are the parameters of it. So I still got some 18s in there. Not really sure exactly what we're gonna get. Whew, 947. 949. These you won't see big adjustments like we did in the factory mode because everything's staying fixed. Everything should be a little bit more consistent in advanced. So there it is, very quickly. I hope it wasn't too quickly, but it shows you the difference between the factory shot settings where the computer is dictating the velocity and then the advanced setting where you dictate the parameters to the computer. So those are your 2 options of fire. Again, I think that's what makes this gun incredibly unique, and it makes it unlike anything else that's currently available on the market. But two forms of fire, there you have it. That's how the Delta Wolf works. There it is. I hope you enjoyed the quick tutorial on the Daystate Delta Wolf. I hope you understand better the 2 modes of fire that you have to work with this very futuristic gun. And I hope that if you were thinking about one, that this helped explain and helps you understand it and makes a better informed decision. So if you did like this video, all I ask that you do is that you subscribe to our channel, go over to airgunsofArizona.com, join our mailing list. You'll stay up to date with everything Air Guns of Arizona, and I hope you come back for the next video. Thank you.